Hello, true crime fans. Chris Gunter here, and I wanted to do a location video here in Houston, my hometown. Most of you watching this are probably aware that we might have a serial killer on the loose in Houston right now. The media has dubbed him the Bayou Butcher. And just so we're clear, starting off here, the city of Houston officials have said there is no serial killer on the loose in Houston. They say that there's no connection between the bodies that have been found in the bayous here in the city, and they say there's no evidence to suggest that there's a serial killer. But now that that's out of the way, some people believe that there is a serial killer on the loose. And I wanted to do this location spot here because I actually walk by this location all the time. Some of you may not know that I work part-time for the Astros, and every single time I come to an Astros game, I get off the train right here at UHD, University of Houston downtown, that train right there, and I walk the rest of the way to Dyken Park. I live way out in the suburbs, but I use the parking ride to ride the train. And I have walked by this location, I guess about 35 times in the last 6 months. Actually, more than that when you include my appearances with Orbit and team meetings and things like that. So probably more like 45 to 50 times. We'll call it 45 times in the last 6 months. And right down there is where they found the most recent body. And the reason people think that there may be a serial killer is that this was the 6th body found in a Houston bayou in a week. And I believe the 15th or 16th of this year. So some people think that they're connected. Now, if you want to be fair and consider both sides, Houston is a huge city. I think we have almost 3 million people in the city proper and well over 7 million, 7.5 million in the region. So this is a big city, and we have bayous everywhere. I was reading, we have 2,500 feet of bayous in the city. And I believe it was 22 bodies were found in the city last year, all of last year. So finding bodies in the city or in the bayous here in the city is not unusual, but what is unusual is the acceleration over the last week or so. And I think that's what has so many people spooked. But nonetheless, I wanted to give a visual. So there's downtown, there's where I work over there at Dyken Park. You can kind of see it out of the corner. Here's where the train goes, and that's where the stop is, where I get off, where I've gotten off. I would estimate about 45 times in the last 6 months, roughly. And then there's the body, or the bayou where the body was found, somewhere down there. Of course, I don't know the exact placement, but somewhere down there. But irregardless, I hope that if there is someone doing this, that they capture the person to, get a killer off the streets and get the family some closure. If it turns out they're not related, maybe it's people passing out and falling into the water and drowning by accident. Hopefully they can get to the bottom of that too, and put the general public at ease. Irregardless, whatever's causing it, hopefully we get some answers soon, because the city is spooked that we may have a Bayou Butcher on the loose. So I have a feeling we'll be hearing more about this in the coming weeks.